Hi everybody, welcome to the third video in my series of videos, Fun with Scales. Yes, they are fun, and hopefully if you've enjoyed the first and the second video, you've now got to the point where you're playing through all 12 major scales and arpeggios. You're playing them up, you're playing them down, you're just playing them descending. You can do all sorts of things with these, and you're getting a great facility on your instrument, learning to play in all 12 keys. Today I'm going to talk about arpeggios, and of course the major arpeggios have been covered in video 1 and 2. So again, now you should be really adept at playing those arpeggios on your instrument. We all know that an arpeggio uses the first, third and fifth degree of the scale. So for a concert B flat major arpeggio, or G on my alto saxophone, if I was to play a G major arpeggio, I'd play the notes G, B and D, 1, 3, 5 of the scale. Now, if I was going to turn that into a minor arpeggio, I want to look at what is the difference between a major arpeggio and a minor arpeggio. As I play those two arpeggios, you'll be able to hear the difference there. But it's about how you work it out. And there's a very simple way of working out your minor arpeggios. If you know your major ones from videos 1 and 2, you can now take that major arpeggio, in this case G, G, B and D, and you can turn that into a G minor arpeggio. The difference is the third degree, the second note we play in an arpeggio. 1, 3, that's going to give you the tonality, major or minor, and 5. So a minor arpeggio has a flattened third. The 3 is flattened compared to what you've been playing in the major. So if you're playing a G major arpeggio, G, B and D, you can take that second note we play, the third degree of the scale, you can flatten it by a semitone to B flat, and you'll get G minor arpeggio. So if we look at this across the white note major arpeggios, turning them then into minor arpeggios like we did with the scales, starting with the white notes, I can play a C major arpeggio, then flatten the third from the E natural to the E flat to give me the minor arpeggio. D major, with a flattened third, gives you D minor. E major, flatten the third, E minor. You can get the idea. Now if you play a chordal instrument, you can play all those notes at once. If you're a melody line instrument like the saxophone, you can really only play one note at once before you end into multiphonics and things like that. That's definitely for a different video. But at the moment we can spell out those chords. Spell out the major chord first, then flatten the third, and you've got the minor chord. Major, flatten the third note. As you go through all 12 keys, you might come across some interesting enharmonic equivalents. Try and spell them correctly so that you're thinking about the right notes in your head. And always keep this idea of saying the notes in your head as you play them, so you know what notes you're playing or should be playing as you can speak them. Remember, if you can say it, you can play it. You can then put this through into our little system from the previous videos into all 12 keys. So, C major, C minor, major, minor, E flat major, E flat minor, E major, E minor, F, F sharp, etc. Go through all 12 major arpeggios, playing the major form first and then turning it into the minor form of the arpeggio, and you'll find you'll be able to get your fingers around both of those patterns really well. Again, very, very important if you want to be an improvising musician, but very, very important for recognising patterns in music. Remember, music is just structure, sequence and pattern, and if we can recognise those patterns and we can play those patterns on the instrument, sight reading and playing from charts becomes much easier, as well as improvising from chord symbols. Of course, you can play these up, you can play them down, maybe try them just descending. Major, then minor. Okay, and you can follow your pattern that way. Maybe come up with your own patterns as well, and have some fun with major to minor arpeggios, and making sure you've got all 12 of both of those really under your fingers and at your grasp. I'm sure you'll have fun with that, and I'll see you again next time.